Hello, vlog. Sorry for the jump scare, but okay. So I have been reading "Make Me Famous" by Ventura, and I'm at 17%, I believe, of the book. But shockingly, I feel like I'm gonna soft DNF it for now because obviously I had high expectations because it's a Ventura book, and she wrote My Husband, which I really love. Make Me Famous is also a book about like obsession, but this time the obsession is on being famous. And actually, I think the first part of the book would be exploring how our main character pushed herself into that trajectory of, okay, it's my destiny to be famous. First of all, I already have some beef with that famous thing, especially if the fame is like within the realms of our world. Like there are references to, for example, Taylor Swift. Our author, she put Selena Gomez within the same sentence as Adele and who else? Yeah, okay. So what I mean is, okay, I don't like it when there are real life references in a book, especially when it's Taylor Swift, okay? Because you can't just put Taylor Swift in a book. Because when you put Taylor Swift in a book, I mean, I love it when you reference her and the book is like within, for example, someone liking Taylor Swift a lot, that's fine, right? But saying that she has come across Taylor Swift or something, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I guess this. Oh, and okay, so and it's fine talking about famous people if it's, for example, in Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo or Daisy Jones and the Six, wherein the famous people are, contemporary. It feels like during their time, quite realistic, but these people aren't actually real people, and they do not mention any popular figures from those specific times. Yeah, so that's why Taylor Jenkins Reid can get away with it, but this book can't. And also, I think that Maud Ventura was looking online, researching for famous people, and like not really having an idea, not doing enough research to see who these people actually are, which is sad. I think she should have stayed writing about what she knows, and that is her staying within, like, if she used French artists instead. I mean, she did mention some French people. I wouldn't have minded that. Okay, even if they were real, I wouldn't have known them, right? But because she is making this more accessible to an international audience, she used like the really popular pop stars. Really popular pop stars. Yeah. And it's taking me out of the story. But I feel like maybe when I'm in a mood for something like this, I would probably go back to it. Also, the famous talk is not clicking with me because I don't really like reading about. If I don't like reading about famous people, I don't like reading about like social media influencers, like that kind of stuff. No, I cannot. I cannot. Okay, but anyway, I blabbed so much about that already without even telling you the synopsis. What is it about? It's about this girl. I mean, woman. She goes to like this private island because she just can't deal with the world now, okay? She's been winning all the awards and she's sick of the paparazzi following her around. She misses her privacy, so she decides to fly to this private island. And so I'm at the part where she is recounting what happened in her past, like how she was forged. I mean, how she forged her path into fame. Like, why did she choose to be famous? Choose. yeah, it was her goal to be famous, right from the very beginning. So that's her like origin story. She is a musician, a singer. I think she also writes her songs, but there's just something about it that I don't like. For breakfast, 2 hard-boiled eggs and this drink, which I absolutely love. Okay, it's a Pascual Greek style plain, important, plain yogurt flavored milk drink. Dude, this tastes so good. I'm not even kidding. Okay, Yanyan and I, she just woke up. She woke up a while ago because she had a nightmare, right, babe? But you forgot about it? You forgot about it, na? And she ran to the room, to my room. It's okay, and she wants to share this egg with me. Right? Oh, darling. Said that's why her eye is a bit swollen. No. And look at how I'm breaking out down here. Hello, Blob. So we're on our way to school.
Hey, Blob. Me, I go back to school. Like Jaya. No, me.
Yeah, both of you. Very good. Okay, he's crying because he's like, you forgot about me. You forgot about me. Dude, you can't go to school yet. You don't even have your bag. You don't have your lunch. Oh. See? What do we do? Okay, so I picked up a new book and it's called Cross My Heart by Megan Miranda. And this book is apparently it also mentioned Taylor Swift. In this case, the mention of Taylor Swift is alright because it's the main character who likes listening to Taylor Swift. So it's different if the character likes to listen to Taylor Swift versus a character who says that she has met. She is rubbing elbows with Taylor Swift. This book is about a woman who receives a heart transplant. And the heart that was transplanted into her was of the wife of her favorite author. You can imagine now that this heart that is beating within her sort of feels things, and she's not sure if she's feeling this because this is what she actually feels, or it's because that's the heart of the wife, the original wife. Now, things are getting mysterious because somehow we're led to believe that the death of the wife of the author, thank you, Batman, the death of the wife of the author, it was no accident. Or, I don't know. We don't know. I like mice. 3 blind mice. Thank you, Ashawa. Okay, it's here, guys.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy. Huh? Okay.
Ito yung crunch.
Okay, tama.
Sakto ba
Yan
yun?
yung Milo Sorbus.
Thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
that's not correct.
Ay, which one do you want? That's not correct. This one?
Yeah?
Ay.
That's not correct. Rainbow.
Rainbow. Hindi kaya. Ito muna.
Is that matcha?
I'm hoping it's matcha.
Rainbow.
I got the right one.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, what did you say?
Don't forget.
Eat the bread too.
Tomorrow.
I've made some progress on my book, Cross My Heart by Megan Collins. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I said Megan Miranda. This main character, her name is Rosie. And she is absolutely crazy and cringy. But what I like about her is she is self-aware. Okay, she knows that she's being too much. And, okay, she is somewhat, okay, not even borderline stalking, but actually stalking this man, this author. And her best friend keeps on telling her, like, you gotta stop that, okay? You're doing it again. Okay, so apparently, like, ever since she was, like, in high school,
when she gets in love, gets obsessed, madly in love with a boy, a man, she goes all out. And I kind of love seeing her being such a messy girl, but also kind of feeling bad for her because she knows that what she's doing is not good. Okay, and I love a self-aware queen. Maybe this is why I like her compared to the woman in Best Offer Wins, the last book that I read with a crazy, like, obsessed female character. Because this time, Rosie knows that she's being crazy, but she can't help herself. Okay, that's the thing. She can't help it. That's why I love it. Okay, so where am I in the story? I think I am... You know what? Let me be accurate. Okay, just 23% through the book, but I'm absolutely loving, enjoying my time. It feels like the pacing is good. You feel that every single chapter, something's gonna happen next. That's big. And I like that because that means the pacing is not slow. So look at this pop socket that I got. It's so cute, right?
The skis.
Develop social. Social means you're in talking with other people, like that. Okay, this guy. So he tells our main character, you know what? As an author, I can't write when it's not complete silence. So I need it to be like complete silence. Okay? And then his wife died by like falling off. She hit her head and then she bled to death. So that's how she died, breaking her skull. And his alibi, okay, so he was at the house, but he says that he couldn't hear. Like he had music on, he was busy, and then he had music on and he couldn't hear the commotion. So that's why his wife ended up dying, because it was too late when they found her. So like obviously that's an inconsistency, unless he's lying about having to write in complete silence. But also, like, the very first red flag that I've ever read from this guy was that he says that he loves Moleskine notebooks, okay? And I am no stranger, oopsie, to Moleskine notebooks because I love them. I love them. But he also said that he only writes with Lamy Safari fountain pens, okay? And I do have a Lamy Safari. And guess why I never use it on my Moleskine? It's because it bleeds. Okay, the best pen for a Moleskine are ballpoint pens. Well, you know how partial I am to the big pens. So those are the best. But if you try it with a fountain pen, it really does bleed. So this guy, like our main character, could not flag that because she probably doesn't write, or is not like a journal person, addicted to stationery.
Oh no! It broke it! Right? Put it here. And snap it like this. Then I'm going to wash this. What's the trash can? Right here. I didn't use it. Get down here. Then we're eating a donut.
Okay, all I have to say right now is that this main character is the final boss of all unreliable narrators, because First of all, so she had this heart transplant. She's taking meds. So there's like grogginess and forgetfulness in there. But also she has this knack of lying to herself and lying to others that sometimes the lines just get blurred. But not to the point that I feel cheated whenever I catch her in a lie. But like I said, it's an unreliable narrator. Like even if she's not doing the thing where what I hated with Allegedly by Tiffany Jackson, because the character there is like she's saying this, and then the final 2 pages she's like, aha, I was not telling truth actually, blah blah blah. But you know, it's not like I can tell that it was like a cheap shot. But the kind of unreliable narrator here in Cross My Heart is actually quite decently written. So I don't feel cheated that she's being unreliable this way. Also, Alex won her match last night. I didn't watch because it was like 12 midnight. It was against Jasmine Paolini and she won. So, Paolini is an Italian. So, Pancit Canton met spaghetti last night and Pancit Canton won. So, hello. So, I did finish Cross My Heart by Megan Collins. And I'm giving this book 3 stars. Okay, because to be honest, around the 80% mark, I have started skimming because I couldn't wait to figure out who did this and who did that. And I guess the part of me that went skimming is this thing that the main character was doing, which is something I really dislike when characters do this, and that is speculating for me. Okay, they are voicing it out loud, like I know because it's in first person POV, right? They're voicing their thoughts out to me, the reader, and like I know that's like a ploy to like steer me in a particular direction, and sometimes it works, but then when it gets overly done, like overly, like I said, speculating on their own, it just like I wouldn't bother reading those speculations. So that's where it kind of lost me a bit. Plus the ending, okay, it's very witty and smart that this was the murderer slash perpetrator, this character. But also, it's like the reason for doing it is quite ridiculous and most especially unconvincing, because I can't imagine someone of like, how can you say that you love someone? Like, convince me that you love someone, but you do this to them. Like, it doesn't match. The actions did not match. The motive did not justify what has been done. Like, and it's that thing again with the sudden switch of character, which is so, dare I say it, uncharacteristic. Though, to be honest, like, yeah, I'm not even gonna say that anymore. That is it for this reading vlog. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.